A guy that I'm pretty sure you would have chained down, though, would have been Vince Young. And I heard this story about the Vince Young rule you had. Something about a bus. Can you tell me that story?
I'm not sure which story it was. There are a whole lot of Vince Young stories. So you get me started, and then I'll tell you if it's true or not.
So you had a story about the bus leaving on time that you had 2 times.
That was the Ricky Williams.
That was the Ricky Williams story. Okay.
Yes. Ricky had that California laid back background. And the first month I was there, Ricky was late for everything we did. So I brought Ricky in and said, listen, you're selling all the tickets. You're the superstar. So I'm not going to run you off, but I got to have you show up on time. And then I said, Bruce Chambers was the running back coach from Dallas Carter that was sitting there with me. And I said, so here's my deal, Ricky. If you're late again, I'm going to fire Bruce Chambers. He's your coach. And Ricky said, Coach, I love Coach Chambers. I said, I know. So if you love him enough, show up on time. That's all I want to do. And he says, I'll try. I'll do the best I can do. So then what I did, I decided that I would sit in my office until they text me and told me that Ricky was on the bus. So we made sure that Ricky was never late because the bus wasn't leaving until I came down. Now, we also had a time where I told Sally, my sweet wife, I said, sweetie, when that bus leaves, that bus is leaving. So if you're not on it now, get you a cab. Get Uber, because we're going. And then we're at Oklahoma State, and Ricky's on the bus. We're all on the bus. And I said, okay, let's go. We're driving off, and the president of the university is walking out. I didn't see him. He missed the bus. We get to the stadium, and Sally comes up and says, you left the President Faulkner. And I said, got me on time, man. Bus leaves when we say it's going to leave. So Ricky was the only one that could slow that bus down. Now, our Vince story, RJ, is we're in 2005, there's some music that's being played in the locker room. And there's some words in it that I didn't think that the women should hear and our president should hear. So I bring Vince in, and I said, Vince, you need to help me, man. I can't have that music being played with our president coming in, or my wife, or the coaches' wives, or the female trainers, or and he said, well, Coach, if we can't use those words, then it's got to be instrumental. And I said, what a great idea. We'll be the only team in America that plays instrumentals in pregame. So he played instrumentals, and to this day he laughs about it. But then, of course, he sang all the songs. Anyway, but they weren't played there. We also had a deal with Corey Redding, who was our great defensive end. And Corey said, we got to take our music with us on the road. Because I told him, he said, we've got to have this music at home. We can't play without music. And I said, well, you don't have any music on the road. So he says, take music on the road. So we're playing Missouri. And we hire a band, or we get a big speaker. We get our own music. The guys have their music. So on the sideline at Missouri in pregame, we're actually playing our music. We're blasting it. And the kids are loving it. Well, I get reprimanded after the game by the Big 12 because I didn't know, and they didn't tell us. I don't think there was a rule that you couldn't play your music on the opposite sideline when you're on the road. So now they have a Mack Brown rule that you cannot take your music with you on the road. So we had a lot of things we learned at Texas together.